Welcome to another video from Prem Pods. Today we'll be previewing Game Week 17. Looking forward to see if we can get any of the results right.
Yeah, indeed.
Let's jump straight in. What is Game 1?
Well, our first game of the week, Forest against Tottenham. Forest at home. It's the Friday, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. This is a weird game.
It's a very weird game, mate.
It's a weird game. You tell me what you've gone for. I need to...
Well, I've gone for the Desmond.
Okay, yeah.
Because Spurs are Spursy.
Yeah.
And Forest need to do something. More than they've been doing in recent weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at home, they should score a couple of goals. Spurs will probably pin them back or peg them back. It'll be 2-2, mate.
Well, I mean, yeah. It is this... Forest, everyone would think that, yeah, Forest are going to lose this game. They haven't won in 5 games.
Yeah.
Spurs have just come off a really good victory against Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the week before that, they lost against West Ham.
Yeah.
Is it going to be one of them games where Spurs just lose again? Or they have a draw this time? Just to even it out
Why
the last
not?
3 games?
Why not?
But I think they should be good enough. And I'm going with 3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
Yeah, away from home.
Fair play, mate.
Forest at the minute, they're not getting results. 4 losses and a draw.
It's mad.
Spurs should look at this as another... They've had some difficult games. West Ham's not an easy game. Newcastle looked like an easy game.
Yeah.
But this is the easiest of them.
Yeah, of the 3, definitely.
You know what I mean? So they should expect to get a win from this. I don't think anything less would be very disappointing, even though it's away from home. They need to get back on track after some disappointing performances in the last few weeks.
Yeah, mate.
And this is a good chance for them, I think.
Mate,
So yeah, 3-1.
3-1 to the Spurs.
Yeah.
Fair play. You're back in Spurs.
We'll move on. Next game is Newcastle against Fulham.
What do you
Newcastle
think?
back at home.
Yes.
So I think it's a Newcastle win. Fulham away from home,
Yeah.
where they've had success at home the last couple of games, 2 good wins.
Mm-hmm.
Away from home, I could see... I'm going with 3-1 again.
That's exactly what I said, mate.
So, yeah, I mean, there could be more goals in this game. Like, it could be one of them ones where Fulham get humbled for the 10 goals they've just scored against 2 teams.
Could.
And Newcastle beat them 4-1 or 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and make up for the defeat that Newcastle have just had.
Yeah.
That's the way some of these things work out sometimes.
It's true.
But yeah, home form, Newcastle is undeniable at the minute.
Yeah.
They've got injuries, of course. They'll be without Trippier through suspension as well. But I don't know, man. Home is just, I don't know. They just seem to get enough of a buzz off the crowd and the fact that they're at home and belief that they turn up and they perform.
And home is where the heart is.
Exactly.
That's where Newcastle play, bro. They don't play away from home.
Exactly, yeah.
These lot would be horrible
Loyal.
at cheating.
They're
They're
loyal.
loyal.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
stay at home with their missus.
That's it, mate.
And they don't perform well when they go
Yeah,
outside of that home, innit? They're horrible, innit?
No, yeah. So I agree. I think 3-1 we've both gone for.
Definitely.
Hopefully it's one. Have we got one where we've both got the correct score?
Nah, I don't think so. Because we
Same
always
thing.
either go different. Well,
Yeah.
we did it last
Sometimes.
weekend. We go for the same result and get it very wrong. That's what really happens.
Yeah.
We never guess the same thing and
So
it's
this
right.
could be another 5-0 Fulham out of
Probably.
nowhere.
Probably.
After Newcastle just being dominant at home. But
That'd be
yeah,
brilliant.
we'll see. We've both gone 3-1.
Yeah.
See how that turns out.
Let's see.
Next game we've got is City against Palace.
City against Palace. Fair
City
play.
at home.
Fair play.
Tell me what you've gone for, mate.
Well, I just think City will be too strong. Even if they do play that midfield again, it should be enough to see out the game against Palace, especially at home.
Yeah.
They didn't play so well when they played at home against you, though. That's my only thing. But you are better than Palace.
I think international break, all these little
That's what I
things,
mean.
12:30s, I don't know. They all have a bit of a...
It's true. It's very
Yeah.
true. But I think same kind of thing that's going to happen, that I said was going to happen with you lot against Sheffield United. I think the same thing's going to happen with City. They get a goal in the first half, goal in the second, 2-0
Yeah.
City.
Just
That's
kill it
what
off.
That's what I've gone with.
Yeah. I've gone with 3-0.
3-0.
So I don't fancy Palace away from home, and they're not scoring too many goals as well at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
We always hope for the opposite when
Yes,
City play.
definitely.
We pretty much always say City win.
Yeah.
But we always hope for the opposite, of course. I just can't see it from Palace, man. I don't know. I can't see anything from them in a minute, really.
No, not the same as Villa, and we didn't even give Villa any chance.
And this
So
will be
I definitely don't see
2
it.
wins. It should be 2 wins in a row for City for the
Should
first
be.
time in a little while now.
For a little while,
which is, It's not like them, so I expect them to get straight back on. 3-0. You said 2-0.
Yeah.
We're not giving Palace a chance
No.
or even a goal.
No.
So yeah, dominant performance from City. We shall see. Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea at home.
Yeah.
3-0 Chelsea.
I've gone for a banter result here.
What have you gone for, mate?
I've gone for 2-1 Sheffield
2-1.
United away from home.
2-1 Sheffield United.
Because these are the type of games that Chelsea seem to think will just turn up for.
Yeah.
And you can't turn up like, yeah, fair enough, they're not the best team in the Prem, innit? But they're still in the Prem. They've got here off merit, innit? They haven't just been given a spot.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to make it through the league. They've got through the Championship, which is one of the hardest leagues in my opinion.
Yeah.
To get out of that with like a full team and loads more games, FA Cup you're more involved in, League Cup, all these different FA trophies you're involved in.
Yeah.
Might not be in Europe, might not be the same quality, but the sheer number of games and trying to sustain players and not get injuries is insane. So coming up out of the Championship, I don't think there's many Premier League clubs that will find it that easy to get out of the Championship. Apart from like the top 6.
It's a crazy league. Play a lot of games.
A lot of games.
And they seem to all come back to back like really quickly as well. But
I'm just going to add insult to injury because Chelsea losing 2-0 at Everton.
yeah.
Come at home, you think, yeah, we're playing Stamford Bridge, we're going to win. No, we're going to get beat 2-1.
Yeah, and
they're going to lose 2-1.
Well, they've just lost. They lost before that to United as well, isn't
There
it?
you go, mate. Both away from home though, so yeah, I'm not backing Chelsea in this one. They probably will win, but I just want a shock result.
Yeah, I think they'll get back on the horse, as they say.
They should.
3-0 clean victory. Which have they won 3-0? I don't think they've even won by that margin this season.
No, they concede, mate. They concede
as
goals.
well, yeah.
They concede.
But I don't know. Sheffield United still got a few injuries, a few suspensions. Jack Robinson's out. Norwood's suspension as well.
No, I think the other teams will come in. The other players will come in and do it, mate.
You reckon, yeah? You're going Sheffield United.
United.
We hope so. We hope so. But I just think, Chelsea should be more than dominant
It definitely
in
should.
this game. We'll move on to Bournemouth against Luton.
Bournemouth against Luton.
Bournemouth at home.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen games with Bournemouth against Burnley and some other teams that are in that sort of dogfight at the minute, and they've been completely dominant. Not so much in scoreline, but definitely in performance.
Yes.
And
Very true.
Bournemouth, again, 3-0 against United. They've just coming off away from home. You have a chance to go 3 wins in a row.
Yeah,
where
that's nuts.
2 of them are away from home. And then this is the best opportunity again. This is like the easiest of the 3
You would say,
games that they've played. So this should be a win.
It should be.
It should be.
Whether it is or not.
Whether it is or not is another thing, and the Prem is weird. Again, Luton have kind of threatened in the last couple of weeks with their performances against big teams. But I'm still going to go with 2-0 to Bournemouth.
2-0 Bournemouth. I am going 2-1 to Bournemouth. Because I still think Luton will score. They scored a goal against City, which is
Scored
not
3
easy.
against you.
Scored 3 against us again.
Yeah.
Showing that they can score against big teams. So I don't see them winning the game, but I see them scoring, especially away from home. At home,
Yeah, that's fair.
they seem a little bit more compact. The pitch is a bit more a lot more tighter.
Yeah.
When you do, I don't really know the pitch size, but it looks so much smaller than like the Etihad or the Emirates or Anfield. It looks so much smaller.
Yeah. But
There's
but
but Bournemouth Stadium's quite small as well.
Yeah,
So
it is. It's similar.
I
It's
think
like
they'll
it's tight. The stands are really close to the pitch. But I've seen Bournemouth in these type of games, and they have been pretty dominant performance-wise. They should win this game. I'm looking at it from the last couple of games they've had that they've won, where they definitely were underdogs, I would say. This should be a game they should be confident that they're favourites, and they need to prove it as well.
Yeah, they have to win. Yeah.
That's just, again, it's massive. It'll be massive for them.
Massive.
Three wins in a row at this time of the season. This is always a dodgy time, December, isn't it?
It's long.
So picking up 3 wins is pretty brilliant, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's good.
But that's if they do.
That's if they do.
That's if they do. So we'll move on to Burnley against Everton. Burnley at home.
Dash ball.
Daesh is going back to Burnley. You tell me, mate. What do you think?
I am going to have to give this one to Everton because I've not really backed them in any of the weeks.
Yeah.
I've taken the mick out of them too much. I'm going to say 2-1 Everton because let the train keep rolling, mate.
Yeah.
Let it keep going forward. I hope they get out of relegation. They're showing that there's no need for them to be anywhere near that fight.
Yeah.
They're showing that they're actually good enough now, whereas at the start of the season we were kind of worried about them.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, now I'll definitely give them this win.
Yeah. Gonna go against the green. Went for Everton last week, and they done well for me. I'm gonna go against them this week.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna say 2-1 to Burnley. I'm gonna say the same result as you, just flipped. Because that is Everton. That's what they do. It's what they've done for the past few years and everything. Anyway,
True.
They have really good performances, really good results.
True.
And then you just come to a game where you're like, okay, again, similar, like where this is the best chance for another 9 points in a row. This is the easiest team you've played in the last 3 games.
Definitely.
But Everton are the type of team that lose this game.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
So I'm confident in Everton, but I'm also confident in what they do from time to time, and it's give away silly points in games like this.
Yeah, could happen definitely. Don't see why not.
Putting a chance on Burnley to actually turn up as well, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
But we'll see, man. I said 2-1. You said 2-1.
Yeah.
Other way round.
Yeah.
It'd be an interesting one, I think, that one.
It should be.
A strange game. Could be a strange game. Yeah, I don't know. Everton, man.
You have to wait and see that one, mate.
Yeah. West Ham against Wolves. That's the next one.
Hammers.
One of the 2:00 kickoffs on Sunday. West Ham at home. This is a tough game to call, to be honest.
Very hard game.
This is a tough game to call. It's kind of a 50-50 in a way.
It's a really
I
hard
do
game.
favour West Ham being at home. Wolves put in some really good performances. They're always a threat. And they'll be disappointed, of course, with the result against Forest. But this is a hard game. I don't really know where I'm going with this one, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to have to be, I'm going 2-2. That's what I'm
2-2, you going Desmond?
I'm going Desmond, yeah. Because
It could definitely happen because my scoreline is just 1 goal away from that.
Yeah.
I've gone for the Hammers to beat Wolves 3-2, mate.
3-2.
3-2 to the Hammers. They need to switch back on to how they were against Spurs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because getting beat 5-0 to Fulham is
It's terrible.
That's dreadful.
That's not a good look whatsoever.
That's dreadful. You have to win at home now. That's dreadful.
Yeah.
You can't. And Wolves are a good team as well.
Yeah.
So I think they'll create chances and they'll cause them problems.
Yes.
So I think high scoring game, 3-2.
I agree with a high scoring game for sure. And it's, again, I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Both teams can win, but both teams can not turn up.
It's very true as well.
They can both score. They can easily consider just open as well. Just the 5-0 is just throwing me off. You know, the 5-0 is kind of throwing me off to where I think they probably will win this game because they just got battered 5-0.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of
That's
backing.
the one thing.
And they're at home as well.
West Ham, probably favour them, but not 100%, not sure at all. So not even 50% sure, to be honest. So 2-2.
Fair play.
Down the middle. Brentford against Villa is the next one. Another 2:00 kickoff on Sunday.
Yeah.
Another good game.
It should be a good game, yeah, definitely.
Villa's home form, of course, is brilliant. They're away today on this game. Brentford are going to be without Mbeumo, I believe, again this week, which doesn't bode well for me in this game.
Nah.
Villa haven't been too convincing away from home.
They're all right away from home. They're not as good as at home,
not,
obviously.
They're all
right.
Not terrible at all. They're not Newcastle, but
No, they're not
they're
Newcastle.
mid-table. You know, they've got -5 goal difference away from home, which isn't great.
It's not great.
Only 11 points from 8 games. But I don't know, man. I just don't really trust Brentford without Mbeumo to score goals like that.
Nah, not loads of goals, no.
Again, it is like it'd be so normal of the Premier League for Villa to have beaten Arsenal and City back to back.
And then,
Brentford come back from just lost to Sheffield United, and Brentford beat Villa at home.
This is very possible.
You know what I
mate.
mean? It's just like
It's very possible. There's only
these
2 teams in this game, mate.
Yeah, these
There's
things
only
happen
2
all the time,
teams.
and it's just. I'm gonna go 2-1 Brentford. You know.
2-1 to the
Brentford.
bees.
Even though I've just said everything that I've said
Yeah.
about Mbeumo not being there, and I'm not really too confident on them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way football is, what Villa have done previously, I just think they'll just slip ups just stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It shouldn't happen,
No.
but it does. It happens so often. Teams just playing brilliantly against top teams, and then you just have these kind of one-off drop-off results.
Yeah, that's what I
And
think, mate.
they've got a few suspensions as well. Digne's not there. Douglas Luiz is not there. And like we said, they've got players that can come in. Probably more than Brentford do, but I don't know, man. I'm going for the other result. I'm going 2-1 Brentford. So.
Fair play. I've gone for the draw. 1-1.
Yeah.
Like, exactly what you're saying. I agree with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Premier League is very strange.
The maths is just, it never adds up, does it?
Never adds up. It doesn't actually make any sense. Like, I can see Villa having a poor game here. Just from out of nowhere, innit? Just,
maybe tired just last 2 weeks, just putting in
put in a shift,
like,
mate.
shifts.
Put in a shift, and then, as soon as you take 1 or 2 players out of that system,
it's true.
everyone's kind of like a bit upset because we've beat Arsenal, we beat City with that system. Now there's 2 players that are different. They're not doing the same thing. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, I think they'll draw 1-1. I think that's the way the game's going in my head anyway.
That's a good shout as well, I think. When we're normally confident on Villa and pretty accurate with Villa.
Yeah.
And this week, I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah. Favour Brentford, why not? Give it to them. Arsenal against Brighton's the next game.
Yeah.
Big game for you lot.
Massive game.
Arsenal at home.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you think, mate?
I've gone for a massive scoreline, mate.
Go.
Because this is more out of me wanting it than it actually going to happen.
Yeah.
I have said 4-0 Arsenal.
4-0 to the Arsenal.
4-0 Arsenal.
4-0.
We're not even going to let them score.
Yeah.
We should batter them. Like, they've been poor.
Mm-hmm.
They've given other teams, 20% possession and drawn the game.
Yeah.
So that means they've had nearly 80% possession and done nothing with it. Please come to Arsenal and give us 80% of the possession. Please. Because it will be 4-0. I'm telling you, we're going to smoke these lot at home. And if we don't, I'm going to be so annoyed. And I'm so annoyed at Arsenal if we don't. And if Benny White plays again and we don't win
It's his
again,
old teammate.
I'm going to be jarred, mate. Against his old team.
Yeah.
He's going to bottle it then, isn't he? He's going to bottle it, man. He's going to try and do his stupid flicks and not going to work.
I'm with you. I'm on the Arsenal train on this game for sure. I don't think it's going to be 4-0. I think I'm going to go with 3-2. Because I still think that it could be one of them games where you score, they score, you score, they score, and then someone has to find the winner type thing.
My heart rate is going to be so high.
Similar to Luton, but just because it's more attacking, I'm expecting more attacking from Brighton.
I understand. I'm fully.
Not more than
it.
you. I'm saying more than I would have expected from Luton. So now I do see you still winning the game.
I get
but
it. Yeah.
Brighton getting a few goals this time as well.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Benny White right back. You got a chance, mate.
Yeah. You never know, really. Yeah. You should. I don't not fancy Brighton at all, really, with the form that they've been in recently. And Arsenal keep finding a way to win.
Benny White.
So I kind of expect the same here. I think it'll be a close game, though, honestly. A close game. Because Brighton not put in some good performances in games they should have won. And they always seem to turn up against the better teams.
Yeah.
Like there's just a bit of extra something there for them, I think. It's the teams that they want to sell their players to for another 100 million.
No, that's it. They
put
got
them
to
in the
turn
shop
up
window for that game.
Yeah.
60, 70 million for this player, that player. That's what they do, man.
It's true. And other clubs look at these games as well, like your Chelsea's, Man City's. If you play well against Arsenal and Liverpool, they'll pick you up as well. If you don't, someone else will.
Even the team, like you've destroyed our back four or something.
Yeah, it's long.
Like,
it's long.
we need you in our team as well now, innit?
That's it.
But yeah,
Benny White.
both gone for an Arsenal win. You said 4-0.
Yeah.
I said 3-2, which takes us to our last game.
Oh,
Liverpool at Anfield against Manchester United.
massive.
I'm looking forward to this game.
Same.
But I'm not in a way as well because United are so odd and so win or lose. I don't think they're going to beat us. Honestly, I think we should dominate them. It should be pretty clean cut.
It should be. You've been shaky though at the back.
Yeah, exactly. But in the last couple of years, we've kind of destroyed Man United at Anfield.
I hope you destroy them again, man.
I want another. I'm going to say 4-0, man.
4-0. You should have said 7-0, man. 7-0 again,
I'm
bro.
going to say 4-0 because they give so many opportunities to teams, and they're always like, if they're dominating the game and winning it, the other team's always in it, and they're never really clear with the result or anything.
No.
United, we haven't really been too switched on. I don't think we've massively hit goal scoring form, even though like you're not in a single game where everything kind of clicks together and you just batter a team completely.
Yeah.
Nunes has so many chances a game where it could have been like 6-7 in certain games.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not taking them. He will get one or whatever. I think Salah will score against United. He always seems to at Anfield.
Yeah, Salah will score. I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
No, Salah's actually the one that doesn't normally score at United, I think, actually, sorry.
Salah has to score. 4-0.
I just think we'll cause them a lot of problems, man.
You are. But it's about...
Bruno's not going to be there, so there's a
Bruno's, that's better for you. That's better for them. Bruno's dead.
But it's still like...
Dead geezer.
It's still an attacking threat that is taken away completely. I'm not worried about Anthony. I'm not worried about... Rashford against Trent-ish.
Garnacho.
Because he always seems to turn up against Trent, but it doesn't seem like he even wants to take on anyone. So I'm not really too worried about that. Garnacho I don't fancy too much of, to be honest. The midfield isn't great. The defence is pretty terrible. Maguire's, I'm sure, not going to play, so you're probably going to have to start Johnny Evans, which at certain times, Johnny Evans probably looks better than Maguire defensively.
He probably is.
But you're playing against quite explosive players as well.
You need a bit of pace, innit?
Yeah.
Harry Maguire's got a little bit about him, innit? A little bit about him. And his frame.
Yeah.
Johnny Evans ain't got
I think Johnny Evans could be in for a long day, especially the fullbacks as well. I just want us to destroy them.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. I just want us to absolutely destroy them. Don't give them any excuse to have a performance where they just turn up and they won't do it against other teams in games, but they're running their hearts out against us.
Oh yeah.
Don't even allow that possibility to happen. Hit them early, hit them fast, let them know that they're in a game early doors, and remind them what's been happening in the last couple of years at Anfield, especially.
Geez, this game for me, I have to see that number 8 control that midfield, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna rip him until the end of the season. That Szoboszlai should not wear number 8 if he's not gonna play like a centre midfielder. Yeah. Geezer goes missing. And you can't have Szoboszlai like Curtis Jones against Man United.
No.
It ain't gonna work, man.
I'll play Endo.
Play Endo. 100% play Endo. So shore up that midfield,
kicks people. That's what he doesn't care. I don't mind that. You're a defensive midfielder. Sometimes you have to take yellows when attacks look a bit too dangerous.
You have to.
He's the type of player that will do that.
You have to.
So I'll play him. I think McAllister's a bit hit and miss with where he's going to play from injury.
I think McAllister can play as long as you've got Endo switched on and Szoboszlai switched on.
Yeah.
Then you can allow for McAllister to make little bad passes in the game because you're going to have them two sweep it up in it. Yeah. But if them two are not playing good...
there. I mean, Gravenberch is kind of hit and miss.
Not in this game. Man.
But I think this is the thing. I think he's good at he's good on the ball, and sometimes you need someone to put their foot on the ball and or carry it past people.
Yeah, but he's good on the ball, but he doesn't make the right. I know what you're saying, but he doesn't make the right decision.
He's still big. He's still physical.
You just need a better right back.
If McAllister doesn't play, I would play Endo, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch.
You play Gravenberch?
Yeah.
Geez, I'd happily stick Joe Gomez on Garnacho and put Trenty in that midfield.
You could
have to have Trenty doing them passes.
You could.
Because Gravenberch doesn't have that technical ability the same as Trenty.
You could do that.
And Trenty loves it.
He will naturally do it anyway, in a way.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because he can come in field and play it.
If anything.
I get what you mean.
It can add, but it can take away, because obviously there's a lot of space he probably leaves on the right side because of that.
Space.
Which happens anyway, whether he comes into midfield or not.
Yeah.
People are going to take him on, and we just know that happens.
But United are not clinical, so Garnacho takes him on, swings the ball into the box. No one's scoring, or Garnacho's not taking on the shot and scoring. And I think it's going to be 4-2.
Yeah, United look toothless, but
they'll score because it's Liverpool, mate.
Yeah,
and I'll say it again: the journeys in the Premier League that are not long, both teams have not only slept well, they're both up for the game. They're buzzing. Do you get when you have to do them long journey, London to Newcastle, long Brighton to Manchester. It's long. Yeah. When you go up the road, Liverpool, Merseyside, they are going to be up for it, bro. And they know as well, they have to do it for their fans. You can't get turnover at Liverpool again 6-0, 7. You can't do it.
I bloody hope it happens again.
I don't think they're going to. I hope in it, but
again.
I think it's 4-2 Liverpool because they'll score against you. That your defense is
I
weird.
mean, they beat us at home, their home last season. They ain't beating us.
They're not beating you at Anfield. Leave that for us this year, man. They ain't beating
Yeah. Not even that.
We got you.
But yeah, I'm going dominant performance.
Yeah, should be.
This Nunes better, if he starts, he better click on and proper switch on and just take whatever chances he has this game.
Yes, it's dead.
Because like sometimes with fans and stuff like that, you only need games like this for a player to switch on, where you give him a bit more leeway.
Yeah.
You've done it against United. He's scored 2 against United or something. 2 chances you had, which happened against Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's been given so much more leeway, I feel like, because of
100%.
that game.
100%.
You've literally won us the game when we've got 10 men.
That's it, man.
And you've had 2 chances and took both of them.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But the thing is, he needs to do it in this game.
Exactly.
This is a great game to do it in. I hope he does in it.
Diaz needs to start switching on for me.
I think he's mind, innit?
Yeah, of course.
Mentally, innit? He should now, but he knows United big
but
games.
These games, exactly.
That's
why I love our South Americans, man. They love turning up, man. There's feisty ones as well.
Yeah, they like it. It should be a good game.
Should be good.
Definitely the best game in that game week.
Yeah, I mean, there's some tough ones. I do think your game will be interesting as well.
Nah, but that game, this is the biggest
game.
Occasion, isn't it?
This is
the biggest occasion
in this week, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. And I'm hoping for another battering, mate. Another battering.
I hope as well, innit?
Keep adding salt into them wounds.
Yeah, that's it.
Further and further. But yeah, we'll be back speaking about how our predictions went.
Yep.
Thank you again for tuning in. It's great having you every time. And we'll be back again shortly. Take care.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day and see you all again soon.